Education Minister S. Rajan announces cancellation of BOSEM Class 10 and COSEM Class 11 and 12 exams 2021. Promotion evaluation criteria to be out soon. Chief Minister Nongthong Birain hands over 10 ambulances to battle COVID-19 pandemic to 6 autonomous district councils. Manipur logged 752 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours. Death toll crosses 1,000 mark. Slight rain inundates smart city select Imphal city due to lack of proper drainage system. And India sees more recoveries from COVID-19. Country logged 62,224 new cases in last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 95.79%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Joyshree Usham. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the news in details. Manipur board exams 2021 have been cancelled owing to coronavirus pandemic. State Education Minister S. Rajan announced the government's decision to cancel Class 10 examination conducted by Board of Secondary Education Manipur, BOSEM, and Class 11 and 12 examinations conducted by Council of Higher Secondary Education, COSEM, this afternoon at his All Secretariat office. A 14-member committee chaired by Education as Commissioner, including Chairman, Secretary, and Controller of Examinations of BOSEM, COSEM, and various government school principals, has been formed to come up with an evaluation criteria to promote the students. Committee report is expected to be available in the near future.
The 2021 Class 10 and 12 exam sincerely. Pension to see had then about the government sinner, then about government I are the Council of Higher Secondary, Muslim Board of Secondary Education, Manipur, Class 10 and 12 exams, Board of Muslim Secondary, Kumsi Sahiona, and sent away high pregnancy. What is square, it is later.
Has appealed to students in the state not to be disappointed over the cancellation of the board examinations. Meanwhile, students from various places have expressed their opinion on the cancellation of examinations to Impact News.
Exam exam drop exam metric government cancel out preparation confirmation
Manipur government na board exam cancel to bikibasi amna afaba khongthang ne na khanjai habidi punsina hena maru oibunna exam city matungda mayama su lairibina satra khoi de khanbiraga exam cancel ro bikibasi amna harau jayna punduk
government na exam ni thopasi amarum dadi yamna phai adubu amarum da phate cancel tawrabani na kana matana kana hai haite do amata khangdre adubu parkha haibasidi mathang yam leibani na mathang da amuksu mo khoigi changji yengba yai maramdi kan kharaba covid asina maram oiduna angang singgi punchi si mangadabagi sarukpudi parkha cancel tawbibasina hena phai
TN amasung 12 ke exam cancel tawibasi aigi motadi satra singgi career yam sawba amangba amani yamna luri bi TN 12 basi satra singgi yam turning point ni aduna masidi covid ki kanglon na apagi exam si pangthokhaningi haitai.
As a part of the government's initiative to develop infrastructure in health sector of the state, Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren today handed over 10 basic life support ambulances to 6 autonomous district councils of the state. The distribution program was held at the western gate of the Chief Minister's Secretariat. 2 ambulances each were distributed to ADCs for 4 districts, namely Churachandpur, Chandel, Kangpokpi and Ukhrul, while 1 ambulance each to the ADCs of Tamenglong and Senapati district. The ambulances were received by the concerned chief executive officers of the respective ADCs. The ambulances were procured with the funding from the Department of Tribal Affairs and Hills, Manipur, amid the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. The department had earlier placed an order for 18 ambulances consisting of 12 basic life support and 6 advanced life support. Of the 18 ambulances ordered, 10 BLS, which were distributed today, had reached Imphal for first phase, while another 2 BLS, 1 each for Tamenglong and Senapati ADCs, and 6 ALS, 1 each for all the 6 ADCs are expected to arrive by July 25 for the second phase. It may be mentioned that the ambulances were distributed to strengthen the infrastructure of the health sector at district level as well as block level under the initiative of the ADCs. The ambulance which were distributed today shall be jointly utilized and maintained by ADC and district hospital concerned. Tribal Affairs and Hills Minister Vungzagin Volte, Chairman of Manireda Ginswan Hao, Deputy Chairman Manipur State Planning Board L. Rameshwar, Additional Chief Secretary Letko Gin Haukip and other government officials attended the program. Manipur reported 752 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 8,492 test results received today. All the necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur has reached 61,848, out of which 9,078 are active cases. 10 COVID patients died in the past 24 hours, rising the death toll to 1,008. On the positive note, 408 people have recovered in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 51,762. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 83.69%. One COVID-19 patient has alleged Imba Hospital in Kakching of demanding exorbitant treatment price in violation of the rates capped by the state government. In a video release, one Huidrom Pakka said his brother-in-law Nongthongbam Arun from Irengbam, Mairambam of Kakching district was tested positive for COVID-19 on June 5, following which Imba Hospital started treatment of Arun at the COVID care center opened at Kha Manipur College, but after a day the hospital referred him to Raj Medicity in Imphal as his condition became serious. Huidrom Pakka claimed that Imba Hospital has charged the patient 57,000 rupees for just 24 hours of treatment. He appeals to the government and the CSOs concerned to look into the matter.
Imada tawizna sumnadagi anaba ma sidanaba hanaba nataba sidanaba oxygen khara thajillaga ts khara khak tawbagi dum tal walising yankaiga tare tai haibasidi masimaram susa sade ana matang hida aina marinaba koi Manipur gi government aduga Manipur gi laiba health department sing aduga civil rights sing da aina haibin mubagi lanai nioi manga tara punjalaga hospital ama likhallaga moina longning mamong da lawlaga koi laiba praja mayam dagi isupagi thabak yang kanna sathariba se masi thingbiu.
Members of COVID-19 Task Force Kaibung have appealed to the relevant authorities not to intervene in opening of community quarantine centers for those people without proper home quarantine facilities. It may be mentioned that individuals who have been discharged from COVID care centers after recovering from COVID-19 have to be on home quarantine for at least a week. Speaking to media, Chairman of COVID-19 Task Force Kaibungsat, 4 local clubs from Hairangoitong till Kaibung Oinam Lekai have formed the task force and opened a community quarantine center. He condemned that some narrow-minded people have forced to close down the quarantine center.
Dandawan Kendrigi Oina, Toamba, Hospital, Laying Uraga, Doctor Disaster Raba, the Misterenigi, home quarantine Tobigi, Evashle Raba, Yumdadi home quarantine Tobigi, Kudum Double Exhibition Ador, Center of Waka Hangiba, Community Home Isolation Center Sida, the Mistereni Levi Yabagi, Ayabdu Layabana, Madada, Lainanaba, Madura Contact Onanaba, Maduai. Dandawan Kendrigi, Yamda, COVID-19 Task Force, Kabungi Makedi, Apin Togeri, Hamnari Wapam Mashida, Karigumada, one at Tenadana, Istenravana, Legam the Loxandrava, Amadi, Mitarani, shooting a Dana, the Mitarani, Gator, Lemton, the name of the home quarantine, Rohan, Hadok with Targadi, Aquina, Paul Pipatogana, Hanogum, Apina COVID Task Force, Kabuna, upon Hungarian from Mashida Show, among the owner and Hungary have a Shigi Mahum the Jopina, Mahumadi, Tatin, Hamjarabi.
Comedian Govindas Uyal has appealed to everyone in the state through Impact News to stay safe from COVID-19.
Mayam pudam pui kai kono chari nolok chari hauji COVID-19 gi yamna tamthi raba second wave asina ikoi punamakpu wale laina laisel asidagi ngangthokna bagidamukta ikoi yum dagi mapal thokna rarse tangai phadana thoktabe adi chattabe adi hai targadi ikoi sarkar na piraba SOP si ngang chaminarsi hauji yum dagi mapan thoktriba chhatra chhatri singdamakta su smartphone amamam leirabanina ji kana ba koi education gi maramda loina lo be yare samna haibu kanda akoi kana basi smartphone kana basi akoi uti thongba hitaba bo YouTube te yenga kanda uti thongba hairini aduna yaragadi kana badu dum lobiu loina depression chatna bagi damukta chhatra chhatri singchu larik laisu de loina dum onjalaga 24 hour onjalaga laiganu marak tasu pung amani kai thokpa matamda akoi mayam gi depression chatna bagi damukta ina Facebook live thajagani Fagi juga mayam gi nongai na nokning na bagi damukta tawjagani loina na YouTube live su among yengbiu haidra mayam da amukana haijari artist surgery ba madi nomoi suru talaga sajari ba I think amusu pibiri adu asi nagi sena khaina ba ke amusu yaukre asina ke ama yaukibasi ekosu thamoi songna nuajade Manipur da khunda mene ba me kudumangna ama ani khaktana seksilaga lena asidigi kanbanga moy maramaduna ekoi punamak wakal taminaduna lena asidigi ngakthongminarasi ekoi puna seksinminarasi.
Spokesperson of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Ilangbam Johnson, has demanded Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee President Govindas Konthaujam to apologize for his demeaning remarks which undermine the efforts of Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren-led BJP state government in battling the coronavirus pandemic. Video released from the party spokesperson stressed on the undertakings of the state government in battling the pandemic and accused the Congress party of misleading the public. He added that the rise in the price of petroleum products is not only in Manipur but across the country as the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic has hit the nation's economy. He asked for constructive suggestions instead of politically vested criticism.
In 2016 and 2013 Narendra Modi na head party 14 bhagida price hike si Congress ki matamda leiba price hike tuga 2013 na 2021 bhagda leiba price hike ani ki difference ye percentage khara da arsu Congress ki bertam to dekhen gi adu chapta do maduna justify to we have gi wafam na chide maramdi ekoi 2010 na Manmohan Singh ki matamda petrol si control to hedi deregulate to adu ga amu ekoi Narendra Modi na 2014 da paraka matamda su diesel se to High-basing kasi karigino high matamda mase quite phaba political policy economic policy amani high matamda ki prime minister Congress prime minister Manmohan Singh madu the same line da BJP ki su ko diesel da deregulate to ri alhamdulillah India ni entire tax revenue se masi covid ki matam se 2019 में लोड बदल 2021 से करम business sector of economy is entire economy ki magi functionary like business can say fail only viable option is kara kan legi hai matam da koi na sagi petroleum price production is to ri siga ni gar ga madu maintain to exercise kitan hangat pe wane atu ko di fail wa ba na adu na masi handa ba ya da na international crude price ki number 2 handa ri hai ga so india da di tamam development of aspect of infrastructure maya development maya adagi tamam mobile base scheme maya kam ai to to ri maya su si da ba ya da tamam revenue of tax revenue sector maya to collect to fail wa kala na high box the petrol price and the number adana husik akoi entire business akoi lockdown india open to the market sector se performance hagal ko matam da sum oi so da chama akoi predict ko ma petrol diesel ma
Medium rain this morning brought flash floods in various parts of the Imphal city, which is one of the 100 selected smart cities of India. Impact News came across shoppers facing inconvenience due to poor drainage system at Thangal Market and Nagamapal areas. A big pothole is right in the middle of the road leading to Sangai Hotel at Nagamapal. Locals have earlier urged the relevant authorities to fix the deplorable condition of the road, but necessary actions are yet to be taken. Kurai MLA Leshangtem Sushindro Elias Yaima donated 3,70,000 rupees to All Manipur Artists Relief Committee at Iboyaima Shumanglila Shanglen Palace Compound in Imphal today. It may be mentioned that the committee was formed for the welfare of artists registered under Film Forum Manipur and Shumanglila Council. Speaking on the occasion, MLA Sushindro assured of further help. He also said efforts are being made to help even those artists who are not a member of either Manipur State Shumanglila Council or Film Forum Manipur. Taking part in the event, committee convener Ranjit Ningthauja thanked the MLA. Attendees paid 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to late artists, members of Shumanglila and films who have died of COVID-19. Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Usham has strongly condemned the modification of Meitei Phanek into skirts by designer. Speaking to Impact News, Usham Cultural Affairs Secretary O. Surjakanta said traditional Phanek should remain as it is and it cannot be modified into a skirt or any other form by misusing its motif for commercial purposes. Student members also burned the effigy of designer Priyanka Anna Joseph, condemning her designs of modified Phanek.
Innovative idea natraga modernize ne di haiba aduga laijari ba lai homi khoi gi sentiment ti ingbidana khoi designer singna makhoi gi oiba fidam am puthora ko se masi honjaning de khoi gi anouba mawolama innovative oina khoi gi fashion gi oiba yawolama lakpa taraga su khoi gi miyam na yagada ba khoi gi hanadagi laijaram ni ga furup ki dress code adu khoi kaidana thamna phagane khanjai khoi gi visual sing asidi khoi gi history dagi yawjaragla ba khoi tongan ba pot haibadi set pachabagi jana patham sing mayam ama laijaba dress ne platform amada khoi gi phanek mayeng na basi puthogi bani platform amada thangat pi ge bene de haiba adugo madugi platform aduna khoi gi culture bu maring marang bu oina natraga aran ba culture amo madu uhan gi taragadi madu platform do khoi lawda bana fayin thamjage cultural dressing gi masigi oiba patent rights gi tag lawbarom da suai kara encourage to honjaninge dirai sasingda aina thamjaning base mina pangtong tong nei haraga su awunba amada mina pure haraga su khoi hana lejaram liba khoi culture khoi masak asidi khoi na natraga di ngakpi na ber leiro mi gi di khoi culture asi thuwai yi ngakani khoi culture sibu aran balambi amada puraga satke haiba mioi ngakani khoi culture asidi khoi designer sing khoi furukcha sing khoi nupi sing khoi ima sing na masileng dana thambagi pangal adudi khoi nupi sing khakada leigane khoi leibi iraicha furuk khuding angna khoi culture asidi honghandana hana dagi lejaram liba ipai pu na sembiramba khoi fajaraba culture adubu mitop tagi matau tambana khoi culture adubu mitop na khoi dagi matau tamhangi ba oina ba mitop tagi khoi matau tamba tukshi aduga khoi han dagi lejari ba culture do khoi na senara bi kaidana maduma handana thamina si haga sigi wafam sei thamjai innovative idea natraga
Students' unions of various colleges in different press releases have condemned the bomb explosion at the office of All Manipur Students' Union AMSU. Students' unions of Liberal College Students' Union, Luang Shangbam, GP Women's College Students' Union, LMS Law College Students' Union, Trainees Union of DM College of Teacher Education, DM College of Arts Students' Union, Thaubal College Students' Union condemned the incident. All Manipur Youth Protection Committee and International Peace and Social Advancement Kangleipak have demanded befitted punishment to Rupesh Kumar, who have been accused of abusing an 11-year-old girl overnight inside Bolero vehicle with the placard of MSPCL. Now, on that note, it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on coronavirus in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
You are watching Impact TV, engaging, empowering, and impacting lives.
Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India has reported more recoveries than confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India logged 62,224 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and 107,628 people were discharged in the past 24 hours. Country's COVID-19 tally stands at 2,96,33,105, out of which 8,65,432 are active cases. Total recovered cases reached 2,83,88,100. India's recovery rate stands at 95.80%, while death toll stands at 3,79,573, with the addition of 2,542 new COVID-19 fatalities. Over 26 crore 19 lakh people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 17 crore 74 lakh 78,355 people. Above 38 lakh 40,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 16 crore 19 lakh 30,000. USA has the highest active cases of COVID-19 of above 51 lakh 57,000 in the world. Russian Direct Investment Fund RDIF on Tuesday claimed that the Russian Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine is more efficient against the Delta variant of the virus, first identified in India, than any other vaccine so far. A report.
COVID-19 vaccine Sputnik V, developed by Russia's Gamaleya Institute, is reported to be 91% effective against the Delta variant of coronavirus first detected in India. The Delta variant has been listed as the fourth variant of concern, that is VOC, by the World Health Organization, and is believed to have led to the resurgence of COVID-19 infections in many countries, including the devastating second wave in India. The Russian Direct Investment Fund RDIF on Tuesday said that the Russian Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine is more efficient against the Delta variant of the virus first identified in India than any other vaccine so far. Taking to Twitter, the official handle of the Russian vaccine affirmed that Sputnik V's efficacy is better on the Delta variant than any other vaccine that published results on the strain so far. It further tweeted that the Gamaleya Center study has submitted its reports for publication in an international peer-reviewed journal. It may be mentioned that Sputnik V has been approved in 67 countries. According to agency report, arrangements have been made to make the vaccine available at New Delhi's Indraprastha Apollo Hospital as soon as possible. It may also be recalled that Apollo Hospital and Dr. Reddy's laboratories rolled out the vaccine on a pilot basis on May 17. Sputnik V is a single-dose vaccine and its price is capped at Rs 1,145 per dose. However, WHO's recognition of Sputnik V for emergency use is still awaited.
Indian Medical Association Manipur State Branch has extended solidarity to the nationwide protest called by Indian Medical Association on June 18 against the recent rising number of assaults on doctors and other healthcare workers. Medical practitioners and healthcare workers of the state will wear black badge and stage sit-ins at IMA Lamphel and hospitals across the state. It may be mentioned that the Guwahati High Court has directed the Assam government to spell out measures undertaken for the protection of healthcare workers. The order came after a horrific incident of brutal attack on doctors, nurses and medical staff by the family members and relatives of a COVID-19 patient at Udali Model Hospital in central Assam's Hojai district on June 1st. All Zirbam Road Transport Drivers Union has demanded godown contractors and Manipur government to bear the responsibility of illegal extortion from drivers along the National Highway 37 Imphal Zirbam Road. Speaking to media at FCI Godown in Zirbam's Babupara today, Union President M. Tombabu highlighted the plights facing the driver and handyman commuting along the National Highway, as such illegal activities have been going on for many years. He stressed on the need for the government to take necessary measures to curb such illegal activities and to advise police, commando and Assam Rifles personnel on road opening patrol ROP to protect them.
Amuk chapa matamda lupa changa chatruk lising ama mayumda pisan gadaba sen si marakta masak khangdaba mioi singsina lobire loriba senpham si haujiki go down tax hairabanina go down bu puriba contractor amadi Manipur government na masigi daita lobi gadabani Manipur government amadi madi lenaba ekhoigi go down kangbuna contractor kangbuna decision lobi daba taragadi mathangi train lakpa matamda ekhoi gari amatta load tawbagi chance pizaroi haidana driver union amadi driver mayamna lepnare amuk chapa matamda lupa changa chatruk lising ama mayumda pisan gadaba sen si marakta masak khangdaba mioi singsina lobire loriba senpham si haujiki go down tax hairabanina go down bu puriba contractor amadi Manipur government na masigi daita lobi gadabani Manipur government amadi madi lenaba ekhoigi go down kangbuna contractor kangbuna decision lobi daba taragadi mathangi train lakpa matamda ekhoi gari amatta load tawbagi chance pizaroi haidana driver union amadi driver mayamna lepnare.
Makru and Barak Bridges Deputy Project Manager Civil Bappi Sarkar has said that the 122-meter-long Makru Bridge along Imphal Zirbam Road is all set to be inaugurated. Construction of the bridge began in 2017. Meanwhile, construction of 154 meters long Barak Bridge is 70% completed and is expected to be ready by October or November this year. Drivers and handymen have expressed happiness and also appealed to the relevant authorities to fix the deplorable road near the Barak Bridge.
मकरू ब्रिज का कंस्ट्रक्शन पूरा 100% हो गया है, अभी इनॉग्रेशन के लिए रेडी है। फुल कंस्ट्रक्शन कंप्लीट हुआ है। इसमें बहुत सारा चैलेंज हम लोग ये करना पड़ा है, तो मेनली मटेरियल पहुंचाना, एब्डक्शन है, इसके बाद आपका मटेरियल वेदर कंडीशन, लैंडस्लाइड, बहुत सारा प्रॉब्लम फेस करके हम लोग बहुत तकलीफ से ये ब्रिज कंप्लीट हो गया यार। स्टार्ट किया था 2017 में, अभी 2021 में ये मकरू कंप्लीट हो गया। बराक भी ये साल में कंप्लीट हो जाएगा। इससे अब ये बराक मकरू ब्रिज जो मणिपुर का लाइफलाइन है जिरीबाम रोड का, ये बराक मकरू ब्रिज कंप्लीट हो गया, अभी बराक कंप्लीट होने वाला है। मकरू ब्रिज का कंस्ट्रक्शन
Additional Food Safety Commissioner of Directorate of Health Services Lamphel Part has notified food business operators that selling of any kind of multi-sourced edible vegetable oil containing mustard oil in the state for consumption is prohibited. A press release signed by Additional Food Safety Commissioner Dr. K. Rajo further mentioned that selling of multi-sourced edible vegetable oil containing mustard oil manufactured manufactured on or after June 8, 2021 is banned under Food Safety and Standards Prohibition and Restriction on Sales, Third Amendment Regulations 2021, while multi-sourced edible vegetable oil without mustard oil are not allowed to be sold in loose form nor in a sealed package weighing more than 15 kilograms. The oil is not allowed to be sold under the common name, but it should be sold as multi-sourced edible vegetable oil. Observance Committee 2021 has informed that the 20th, the Great June Uprising Unity Day 2021 will be observed at Kekrupat by strictly adhering to COVID-19 SOPs. Amuko and UCM have been observing the Great June Uprising Unity Day on June 28 at Kekrupat every year. Families of those who have laid down their lives for the state will take part in the observance. Events marked with patriotic songs will commence from 9 a.m. till 10 a.m.
Manipur ga apun bagi saktam amasung interest kai ge da thabak amata torpa yaroi habase June 19 na ko utkre aduna hatap aikoi gi mirol sina ju tungda lakada ba amsung irei ba ki damakta Manipur gi apun saktam ga nanam honabada mi kaya amusu thawai thaba ngamba adugumba lai habase Government of India na khangjan biyo habase aikoi thamjari aduna aroi bada hairiba sigi thoramase lakpa matamda somna thaki aikoi niyam da paksana Yomin nabagi tanja ama phangba ngam khidragasu aikoi tangai padana corporate family blood donation tawriba amasu akoi luki khara limited invitation tawriba singsida Manipur police da appeal tawjaning ise kariguma junai tigi ke kupat namna lakpa miyoi khara khak asidadi aikoi ayat apan tibidana aikoi thajan bira u Manipur
Konthaujam MLA cum advisor to Chief Minister Health Dr. Sapam Ranjan has laid the foundation stone for the construction of a tourism park at Uyung Makhong, Uremba Mayai Lekai in Imphal West District. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Sapam Ranjan said that the project is a part of Chief Minister's initiative to set up tourist spots in all the assembly constituencies of Manipur.
Masigi jaga se yamna mayamna so yamna tourist adum mayam se lakpa logi yamna potential ji yamna wang ba spot am hoiba adum masigi jaga ji da koi tourist football ko hengna ba ba koi lekai ji alla mani chinda mayam so ngakta hammaga potha ba ngai na ba damakta Honorable Chief Minister ji media bakha da koi KN recruiting ji tourism spot am develop tawna ba gi pandam do koi ore pe ji tamdare
Political activist Sapam Kangleipal today handed over high-yielding variety of paddy seeds to farmers of Lamlai Assembly constituency. The rice seeds were handed over to members of Losang Khong Longmi Loop, Sector Awang Lekai Longmi Loop, Sector Makha Lekai Longmi Loop, Sector Mayai Lekai Longmi Loop, Pungdongbam Awang Lekai Longmi Loop, Pungdongbam Makha Lekai Longmi Loop, Pungdongbam Mayai Lekai Longmi Loop, Sanjenbam Kunau Longmi Loop and Sanjenbam Kulen Longmi Loop under Apunba Longmi Kunai Lamlai. Speaking on the occasion, Sapam Kangleipal hoped that the high-yielding variety of paddy seeds will enhance production and contribute in bringing green revolution in the state.
Lomi jing je sentok leba lomi mo hense lomi jing jigi mamita mapita haloi se akoi lamlai rom dagi leiriba mayamam leire MLA kayara khanda ka gre agriculture minister bo oigre jila parishad mayamam leire leiriba mayam jing jina lomi jing jidai da noigi phangom tok pa chaktung je sini ko haidana tam bagi mahuta kenta tom na chakibana ngatra oi leire lamlai gi leiriba low pari lising trani thoi je phokthok leiba chathok leiba lofam mo oyen ba yai ko haibagi adugumba paujel ma pira kanda lakadori ba chahi jing jidadi akoi lomi jing ja soidom ge sentok leiba lomi mo oibe yana na bagi liklam ma phalam na ba ngasigi akoi photi yen bagi thorom je koi pamsuk chabane
Yaripok police has arrested an accused vehicle thief in possession of stolen vehicles. The arrested person is 30-year-old MD Tariq Aziz, son of MD Abdul Latif from Sangayumpham Part 1. It may be mentioned that MD Farid Shah from Yaripok Bamun Lekai had filed a complaint about his missing yellow-colored Vespa bearing registration number MN06 SA8378 in front of Masjid Yaripok Bazaar on June 4. Yaripok police has been tracking the vehicle since then. Acting on a tip-off, another vehicle, A-star car bearing registration number MN01 G6740, allegedly used in stealing vehicles, was also seized from More Bazaar by a police team led by SI Y Sankardas Mangang, SI W Deepak Chandra and SI S Maneshwar. Police said MD Tariq Aziz has confessed to have stolen the Vespa. Yaripok police station has registered a case against him and the stolen vehicles are in its custody. Microblogging platform Twitter has lost its status as an intermediary platform in India as it does not comply with new IT rules. Government sources on Wednesday further said that Twitter is the only social media platform among the mainstream that has not adhered to the new laws. Losing the intermediary status means Twitter will now be liable for all the content on its platform that is considered unlawful or inflammatory in nature. Earlier on June 9, Twitter wrote to the government that it is making every effort to comply with new guidelines concerning social media companies and has appointed a nodal contractual person NCP and resident grievance officer RGO on a contractual basis and was in advanced stages of finalizing the appointment to the role of Chief Compliance Officer. Union Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology had on June 5 said that it had given Twitter one last notice to comply with the new rules concerning social media companies. Now the sports news. 8 sports have been reportedly omitted out of the 16 upcoming Khelo India centers in Manipur. Speaking to media at a meeting hall of Manipur Olympic Association Kumalampak Sports Complex today, Secretary General of Manipur Hockey Seram Neken asked why YAS Department Manipur has failed to include the construction of centers for the 8 sports. It may be mentioned that the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, with an aim to produce efficient players to compete at the international events like the Asian Games and Olympics, decided to open over 1,000 Khelo India centers across the nation, out of which 143 centers will be opened in the northeast region of the country, including 16 centers in Manipur alone. Youth Affairs and Sports Department Manipur has selected Chandel, Tengnopal, Frizol, Kangpokpi, Ukhrul, Kamjong and None district to open center for football sport. Kakching, Senapati, Zirbam and Tamenglong district for badminton, Imphal East district for fencing, Imphal West district for cycling, Thoubal district for judo, Bishnupur district for rowing and Churachandpur district for boxing. Representatives of associations of archery, athletic, hockey, shooting, swimming, table tennis, weightlifting and wrestling sports were present during the press meet.
Sowa scheme ma Khelo India gi lakpa matamda sports ki leisure ba body mayam sida notified tawraga punna phaminaraga akoi karambana phagadage karambana pharoidage se discussion tawraga loina maksin balang ma yaram adu YAS department na michang mikhai nai bu mongda sports ki discipline khara khak lokhalaga khara madi neglect tawbiram se masi khwaidagi laibak thibani mari leinaba department sigi honorable minister lagi Manipur gi honorable chief minister na sports ki powerhouse ne na khanariba Manipur se this is the sports ki administration tawba matamda yamna transparency laina michang mikhai naidana aduga magi yamna rationality reasonable ground da haitare siguma da khanaraga tohaningi bu matamda Manipur sarkar na review tobiu sports development gi potential fazana laiba aduga reputed players sing puthokpa ngamgadaba olympian sing puthokpa ngamgadaba sigumba sports events sing ase neglect tawdana maram chana amuhana review tawraga mase naunamu thabiu.
Paraguay has defeated its opponent at the 47th Copa America football tournament. 10 teams divided into 2 groups are competing in league matches held under the aegis of the South American Football Confederation hosted by Brazil. In the third league match played at Brazil's national stadium yesterday, Argentina and Chile ended in 1-1 draw. Argentina's Lionel Messi scored 1 goal at 33rd minute and Chile's Eduardo Vargas scored 1 goal at the 57th minute of the match. In the fourth league match played at Stadino Olimpico Paraguay defeated Bolivia 3-1. For the winners, Angel Romario scored 2 goals at 65th and 80th minute, and Alejandro Romario scored 1 goal at 62nd minute. The lone losing goal of the losing team was scored by Jay Cooler at 10th minute. In the 5th leg match, Colombia will play against Venezuela at 2:30 a.m., while in the 6th league match, Brazil will lock horns with Peru at 5:30 a.m. on June 18. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Education Minister S. Rajan announces cancellation of BOSEM Class 10 and COSEM Class 11 and 12 exams 2021. Promotion evaluation criteria to be out soon. Chief Minister Nongtuman Biren hands over 10 ambulances to battle COVID-19 to 6 autonomous district councils. Manipur logged 752 new COVID-19 active cases in last 24 hours. Death toll crosses 1,000 mark. Slide rain inundates smart city. Select Imphal city due to lack of proper drainage system. And India sees more recoveries from COVID-19. Country logged 62,224 new cases in last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 95.79%. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Prime Medicos, with you to your wellness. Impact TV subscribers